Oke, tadi karena omongannya tentang bicycle, tentang kecelakaan lalu lintas, maka ini ditujukan untuk students yang menggunakan sepeda. Terus pertanyaan kedua, ini apa sih tujuannya dibicarakan hal ini? Tujuannya berarti untuk provide safety and security. Untuk memberikan informasi tentang keselamatan berkendara ya. Kita masuk ke materi terakhir, lesson 16, answering detailed questions about mini talks. Nah, biasanya tentang factual question dan inference question. Kita coba ya. Exercise 16.
Listening exercise 16.1. Questions 1 and 2. Listen to portion 1 of Talk A.
I'd like to welcome all of you to what is, I think, the most unusual course offered by the Biology Department, the Ecology of Coral Reefs. This course is unique because of our research methods. We don't just collect data from the library. Instead, we go to a coral reef in the Virgin Islands to do field studies.
Number 1. What does the speaker imply about the course?
Nah, dibilang ya, ini pelajarannya nggak sama seperti pelajaran yang lain, sama biologi yang lain katanya.
Number 2. How will students do research in this class?
Nah, karena berbeda, berarti cara research-nya pun juga berbeda. Research-nya di sini gimana? Karena tentang coral reef, tadi dibilang ya, kita akan mengunjungi, berarti lebih ke yang Bravo. Bukan, tapi tentang yang A, visiting a coral reef. Berarti mereka studi lapangan ya. Kita dengar pertanyaan selanjutnya.
Questions 3 and 4. Listen to portion 2 of Talk A.
To prepare you for this trip, we'll first do some formal classroom work in biology. We'll also be going to the university pool to practice scuba diving and to learn the basics of underwater photography. And we'll be talking about precautions you must take to avoid damaging the reef. A coral reef is a very fragile environment, as you'll see.
Number 3. Which of the following will be studied in a formal classroom setting?
Oke, hal-hal yang akan dipelajari di formal class, tadi dibilang ya, kita akan ada formal class di biology ya, biology. Kalau diving, scuba diving, nanti mereka bakal pergi ke kolam renang dan belajar tentang fotografi di dalam air.
Number 4. How does the speaker characterize tropical reefs? Questions.
Oke, tadi dibilang bahwa itu fragile. Fragile artinya easily damaged. Bukan mereka yang berbahaya ya, tapi mereka yang mudah rusak.
5 and 6. Listen to portion 3 of Talk A.
Because of the nature of this course, it does require a certain financial commitment on your part. The department can only provide basic equipment for you. You have to pay for your own airfare to the Virgin Islands, as well as for your food and lodging. There are a few limited scholarships available for those who might have financial problems. See me after class if you're interested in applying for one of these. Any questions?
Number 5. What will the department provide the students in this class?
Oke, akan di-provide apa? Tadi dibilang ya, ada basic equipment yang dibiayakan oleh sekolahnya. Tetapi transportation dan akomodasi lainnya akan ditanggung sendiri. Berarti yang paling cocok adalah Charlie.
Number 6. What does the speaker suggest for those who might have problems with the costs of this course?
Oke, yang memiliki permasalahan keuangan, tadi bilang ya, trying to get financial aid. Nah, financial aid sama dengan scholarship. Bukan dia disuruh daftar ke universitas lain ya.
Questions 7 and 8. Listen to portion 1 of Talk B.
The largest American land mammals are bears. Maybe because bears can stand up and walk on two legs, we humans have always found them fascinating. Another characteristic bears have in common with humans is their range of appetite. As a matter of fact, they'll eat almost anything: berries, roots, nuts, meat, fish, and of course, they're particularly fond of honey.
Number 7. The speaker suggests that bears are interesting to humans for what reason?
Oke, tadi di soal ada bilang fascinating. Kenapa manusia menganggap dia itu menarik? Karena mereka bisa berjalan dengan kedua kakinya, seperti manusia ya. Kan biasanya hewan yang kaki 4, mereka akan jalan dengan 4 kaki. Tapi bear itu bisa jalan dengan 2 kaki aja.
Number 8. What does the speaker imply about the eating habits of bears?
Eating habit-nya dia kenapa? Tadi bilang ya, range-nya sangat luas seperti manusia. Berarti mereka tidak melimitasi makanannya pada beberapa jenis makanan saja, yang Charlie.
Questions 9 and 10. Listen to portion 2 of Talk B.
The largest bear is the giant Kodiak of Alaska. When this giant stands up, it may reach a height of 10 feet, and it may weigh up to 1,500 pounds. 10 feet tall and weighing 3/4 of a ton, what a sight they must be! Outside of Alaska, the largest bear in the United States is the grizzly bear. There aren't many of these bears left in North America, probably only a few thousand. Most of those live in Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming.
Number 9. How tall can Kodiak bears be when they are standing?
Oke, how tall? Setinggi apa? Tadi dibilang ya, 10 feet. Kalau mereka berdiri.
Number 10. Where do most grizzly bears live?
Nah, grizzly bears. Tadi dibilang ya, di luar Alaska, banyak tempat-tempat lainnya. Terus disebutin, Yellowstone National Park itu tempat yang paling banyak grizzly bears-nya. Berarti yang Bravo. 11 dan 12.
Questions 11 and 12. Listen to portion 3 of Talk B.
Now, the most common bear in the United States is the black bear, which you'll see in many parts of the country. These bears are smaller than grizzlies and may seem friendly, but watch out. Like all bears, they are unpredictable and can be dangerous.
Number 11. What is the most common type of bear in the United States?
Tadi dibilang ya, black bear.
Number 12. Which of the following can be inferred from the lecture about black bears?
Black bear kenapa? Dibilang ya, mereka mungkin terlihat ramah, tetapi watch out. Tapi kalian harus hati-hati. Nah, yang cocok adalah they are sometimes not as friendly as they seem. Mereka nggak seramah kelihatannya.
Questions 13 to 14. Listen to portion 1 of Talk C.
The skies above Earth are turning into a junkyard, according to space scientists. Ever since the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first satellite way back in 1957, virtually every launch has contributed to the amount of debris in Earth orbit. Luckily, most of this junk burns up after it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere. But some will be up there in orbit for years to come.
Number 13. When did orbital debris first become a problem?
Tadi dibilang 1957. Berarti tahun 1950-an. Alpha?
Number 14. What happens to most pieces of orbital debris?
Apa yang terjadi pada kebanyakan debris atau sampah di luar angkasa? Mereka tadi dibilang burns up in the atmosphere. Tapi ada beberapa yang tetap ada di sana selamanya. Nah, yang paling banyak adalah yang Charlie, burn up in the atmosphere.
Questions 15 to 16. Listen to portion 2 of Talk C.
Today, there are about 8,000 bodies in orbit being monitored from Earth. Out of all those,
Sebentar, salah. Pencet tadi. Oke. Ulang ya.
16. Listen to portion 2 of Talk C.
today, there are about 8,000 bodies in orbit being monitored from Earth. Out of all those, only around 300 to 400 are active and useful. There are also probably 500,000 pieces of debris too tiny to be monitored.
Number 15. How many orbital bodies are being monitored today?
Tadi dibilang ada 8,000.
Number 16. Why is it impossible to monitor most pieces of orbital debris?
Kenapa hampir mustahil? Karena dia terlalu kecil. Oke, yang alfa.
Questions 17 and 18. Listen to portion 3 of Talk C.
Some orbital debris is as big as a bus, but most is in the form of tiny flecks of paint or pieces of metal. The debris also includes food wrappers, an astronaut's glove, the lens cap from a camera, broken tools, and bags of unwashed uniforms. The largest pieces, mostly empty booster rockets, are not necessarily the most dangerous because they can be detected and spacecraft can maneuver away from them. And the smallest particles generally cause only surface damage. However, a collision with a piece of metal only 1/8 of an inch in diameter, say about the size of an aspirin, could puncture the hull of a spacecraft or space station and cause a catastrophic depressurization. That's because these particles are moving so incredibly fast.
Number 17. Which of the following is probably most dangerous to astronauts on a spacecraft? Number 18. What makes particles in space so dangerous? Questions 19 to 21. Listen to
nomor
portion 4.
17 tadi kenapa? Yang paling berbahaya adalah a piece of metal the size of aspirin, karena mereka bisa sangat tajam ya, walaupun kecil. Kenapa nih mereka berbahaya? Terus dibilang lagi, karena mereka kecepatannya sangat tinggi.
Of Talk C.
So what can be done about this problem? Well, 2 engineers recently proposed a novel solution to the problem of orbital junk, a device that consists of an array of water-spraying cones lined with plastic fibers to collect the debris and canisters to store it in. I brought a model of this device along with me so you could see what it looks like. Although this invention is still in its conceptual stage, 2 possible uses have been proposed. It could be launched as a free-flying satellite that actively seeks out debris, or it could be launched into orbit with a spacecraft and serve as its shield.
Number 19. What did the speaker bring with her? Number 20. What role do the cones play in the device described in this portion of the talk? Number 21. What can be inferred about the device described in this portion of the talk?
Apa yang bisa ditarik kesimpulan dari benda atau mesin yang dibawa? Tadi dibilang ya, belum selesai dibangun dan belum siap, berarti it has not been built yet. Nomor 19, apa nih yang dibawa? A model of debate collector. Sebenarnya tadi kan ada dibilang to collect, titik-titik. Nah, yang paling cocok adalah yang Charlie. Nomor 20, karena namanya kolektor, pasti mereka akan mengkolek atau mengumpulkan sampah-sampah luar angkasa.